This is the Damned Designs Fenrir. If you're wondering what Fenrir was or is, I was too. I had to look it up. Fenrir was a giant wolf in Norse mythology, born of Loki and a giantess who is a total badass, and in one version devours, swallows Odin in the great battle of Ragnarok. Is that the end of the world? All right, my Norse mythology is rusty at absolute best, but I had to look up what Fenrir was. The word to me does not roll off the tongue, but you know, that's just me. So I was curious what it was. The other 3 Damned designs that came in this package through Peter, this Therapeutic Edges pass-around group, all had names that I recognized, like Hades, you know, god of the underworld, Cerberus, the dog that guards the underworld, and what was this other one? The Invictus. So I just wanted to look up what Fenrir was. All of these knives are really great and all around the $50 price point, and it's really, really impressive what Mr. D'Souza, the guy behind the Damned Designs, it's pretty impressive what he's come up with for 50 bucks. All right, let's take a look at this. This, in keeping with its Norse mythological name, has a Seax-ish design, or a Wharncliffe here, that comes to an extremely breakable point. I say breakable, that is not to say it is not robust. That is to say that if this were my knife, I would be likely to drop it on its tip, because its tip is so perfect, so sharp, so beautiful. Excuse the nasty fingernails, been doing a lot of work around the house. This is flat ground to a very fine edge. It gets really thin behind the edge, and yet maintains a robust spine measurement here. You've got jimping that works nicely. It's not just for indexing, it does add to the grip of this knife. But the grip of this knife is really in its excellent ergonomics. This and another knife, the Hades, which I'll show right here, have a similar sort of grip there. With that downward turn spine and this swell here that your fingers wrap around, it just fits in the hand just excellently. Man, so I've had these 4 Damned Design knives on my desk for a week or so, and I really dig them. I'd really like to have them in my collection, I gotta say. Would I carry them often? I'm not sure. I just really like their thingness. D2 blade steel, if I hadn't mentioned it, and G10 handle scales. I really like the treatment of the handles. So all 4 of them have this really broad chamfering that comes in from the edge and leads to nearly the center of the blade handle, giving it a really nice ergonomic grip. I mean, really feels good in the hand. You get a deep carry pocket clip on all of them. On all 4 of them, they're the same one, except for this one, they put a different clip on. But I mean, we're talking deep carry here. I mean, like, so much so that you lose the blade under the seam of the pocket there. They all have a pocket filler tab for the offside notch. Man, if they can do that for 50 bucks, why isn't everyone doing that for 50 bucks? Okay, and you've got a backspacer also made of G10 with some jimping on there. The steel liners, as you can see, are milled for weight reduction. See those pockets? They're substantial. They feel very substantial, but not heavy in any way. Not heavy, but solid. I mean, there's no play. I mean, this day and age, if there's play, if it comes with play, I mean, it's got to be pretty, you know, not the greatest thing. I don't have my cloth. I need to use my sweatshirt. All right. So the one little hit on this knife in particular is the action. Now, this is not my knife, and it is not brand new out of box. This has been in a lot of different hands, so it's hard for me to judge. I don't know if someone's cranked it down a little bit, or if someone has used this and gotten gunk in the pivot. But this one, of all four of the Damned Designs, is the least fall shutty, and the one that I am most likely to slip off the tab. But all that being said, after a week, I've gotten used to how this thing operates, and it's, you know, it is butter smooth, and it's just fine. It's just not as super smooth as the others. That is not a hit on this model or on this knife. That is just an observation about this particular loaner piece here. The liner lock is really well accessible, very accessible. But sometimes I find when the jimping on a liner lock sits proud of the handle scale, that you really feel it when you're holding it and using it. And now, granted, I have not really used this for much. I have cut paper, but on this soft cutting board, so it's not, you know, I haven't really used this hard at all. But I noticed that I don't really notice this. I noticed that I don't feel that liner lock under my finger. It is fun to flip. And I've mentioned this before in other videos. I like knives that you have to actually close. I like knives that don't guillotine your hand or your fingers there. And this one, you know, you can use your thumb. I mean, if you want to shake it closed, it'll shake closed easily. But I like to transfer from my forefinger to my thumb. I don't know, that's a pleasing action for me. It's cool how the clip on the front of this Wharncliffe blade coincides or matches this angle here on the very ergonomic handle. I love the way this feels in hand. It feels excellent in hand. Another thing I love, a design flourish that's on all four of these Damned Designs that I have. There's their logo. You got Baphomet's ram's horns, and you have crossed blades. Pardon me as I pause for a sip of black coffee. I love that concentric hexagonal pivot on the front. There it is on the back. Great knife, great knife. $50. I mean, these are pretty much sold out, at least on the Damned Designs website, but I believe you can get them elsewhere, like Amazon. Let's take a look at, here, let's see, 1, 2, 3. My voice is cracking this morning, like one of the little boys my girls likes. 1, 2, 3 1/4, depending on where you measure it. I guess let's measure it from the start of the cutting edge. 1, 2, 3.5 inches long. Right in my wheelhouse. Oh, how does it feel in reverse grip? Excellent. Because you're going to need it in reverse grip, no doubt. Ugh. Paint and dirt. Paint and dirt. In this reverse grip, also feels really good. Even though it's not a very neutral handle, it feels, really fills the hand nicely this way, in case you need to do that. All right, so let's take a look at this with a couple of other knives that come to mind. First and foremost, let's look at it with the Spyderco Yojimbo 2. Let's see, I'm gonna line up the cutting edges. There we go. Well, I'll line up the pivots. So close to the same size, though the Yojimbo just feels smaller. And then I have a bunch of other knives that are kind of in different price points. Here it is with the Seax from Emerson Knives. It's a little bit smaller. Here it is with a recent favorite of mine, the Main Street, also a nice Wharncliffe blade, designed by Dirk Pinkerton and produced by Concept Knives. And then here it is with the Wharncliffe from the XM18 from Hinderer Knives. About the same size blade, about the same size blade there. Oh, there it is with the Off-Grid Knives Black Stallion. Similar in its straight edge, different in that it's a sheep's foot and not a Wharncliffe. But a quality flipper, inexpensive to buy, produced really well in China, which I can only imagine this is, for 50 bucks. Okay, now 2 others I want to show it with. This is just an example of one of my favorite flippers. I don't have too many flippers in my collection, but here is a budget-friendly or high-value flipper from Civivi. This is the Asticus. So I just wanted to show it with another flipper. You know, this is a big knife, even though it's quite slender and very light. It's pretty big, and so I just wanted to show that next to the Damned Designs Fenrir. And then also another cool little sheep's footy, Wharncliffe kind of knife, the Holiday from Finch Knife Company. So you kind of see it's sort of a medium-sized knife here. Oh, you want to see it with the other Damned Designs? I'll show it because I really like these Damned Designs. Here it is with the Hades, probably my favorite of the group. Look at that clip point blade, so cool. And it's the only one that's a non-flipper that I've received here. Here it is with the Cerberus, kind of the one that started it. Gorgeous clip point blade. And let's see. And then here it is with the Invictus. This one probably has the best action and feels great in the hand. The blade's a little bit vanilla, but hey, man, it's an awesome, awesome working shape, and I think all of these are excellent knives. These two, of course, are the ones that appeal to me most because of their dramatic blade shapes. And I'm just drawn to the breakable tips. And then, of course, this Bowie is pretty awesome. Actually, this one has the best action. I'll do videos on these others as well, but I wanted to show you this Fenrir on this gorgeous summer morning. It's August. We're coming up on my birthday, and maybe one of my girls will get me this for my birthday. I'm not counting on that. They're actually gonna make me something, and that works for me. Hopefully it's a double-layer chocolate cake. Boom. All right, there it is. The Damned Designs Invictus for $50 or slightly less or slightly more. That's all of these Damned Designs. I'm very impressed with these designs, and I'm very impressed with the builds. So thanks for watching.